Right now it is 6:44. We're showing you live pictures of downtown San Diego. Beautiful, right? Even though it's cloudy. Because just after midnight, 100% of the votes in the special election for San Diego mayor were counted. They have yet to be certified, but the numbers as they stand now show Kevin Faulconer and David Alvarez will face each other in a runoff. Now, according to a 10 News UT San Diego poll just released 3 days ago, in a race between the two of those men, 51% of voters polled said they would go with Faulconer, 38%. Alvarez, and 11% said they were undecided. And the man who came out on top after last night's special election, Kevin Faulconer, joins us right now live in studio.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Kevin, you just saw those numbers along with us. That should give you some confidence going into this runoff if you have, according to that, 51% favorability.
But we got a lot of work to do. That's what it tells me. And as we started this race, I was down in the polls.
Yeah.
And so the fact that we finished so well last night, I give a lot of credit to the volunteers and the San Diegans that believed in the message that we were talking about, which is continuing the reforms at City Hall so we have the dollars to reinvest back into our neighborhood. So I'm going to be out continuing that message over the next several months, Thanksgiving, Christmas. But it's one that San Diegans believe in, and that's the direction the city needs to go.
I got to ask you, Nathan Fletcher came in a very close third,
Yeah.
and even though he is a registered Democrat, are you going to try to go after some of those votes, maybe even try to get his endorsement?
Of course. I got thousands of Democrat votes last night. I'm a council member. As I said last time, it's not about being a Republican or a Democrat. It's what's the best thing that we should be doing for San Diego. And I think you have that right message. It's going to be independence, decline to states. That's going to cut across all demographics in all parts of the city. So I'm very optimistic about our chances, and we're going to be pushing very, very hard here in the next couple
Realistically,
months.
though, Kevin, we're looking at you had 44% roughly, but the other two Democratic candidates backed by Democrats had about 48% between them. So if you don't get the backing of some of the unions, some of the labor organizations that backed your opponents, you're going to have a hard time overcoming that.
Well, I probably won't get that support, but I'm going to be pressing about having a mayor that is independent, is willing to stand up and make those tough decisions at City Hall, whether it was pension reform or there's competition for city services. And I'm convinced that's what voters need in their next mayor. While we're going to stack up very well, but we have to work really hard over the next couple months. But I'm excited. Last night was a great first step to get us there, and I'm really looking forward to the rest of the campaign. It's about halftime now.
You and David Alvarez, both members of the council.
Yeah.
That means there's going to be a vacancy, whichever way it goes. How concerning is that in terms of the balance of power with the strong mayor format? Well,
it's something that if the council will have to appoint whoever it is and whoever wins, and that's part of the process. And we'll go through that when we do. And for the next couple months, I think you're going to see clear choices, clear differences between myself and my friend and colleague David. And I'm looking forward to having that debate and discussion with San Diegans.
Now, municipal elections have become very expensive. This primary was in the seven figures. What do you see coming up in probably February for this next election?
It's not inexpensive. It's a large city, and when you're crisscrossing up from Rancho Bernardo down to San Ysidro, getting your message out, mail, etc. So we start back in today to raising dollars, getting our voice out there, our message out there. And one of the things that I think allowed us to do so well is not only the fact that we went door to door, that we called so many people, but the fact that I've been talking about keeping on the efforts at reform, cutting the waste and the government waste at City Hall, so we have those dollars to reinvest in our streets, our parks, our libraries. I think that's a winning message. That's what I've been doing since I've been on the council, and I'm looking forward to the next push here.
No matter what, your relationship with David Alvarez stays strong. How do you guys get along?
Yeah,
we work well.
We
spend many hours of the day together at council meetings and at committee meetings. We have a lot of respect for each other. Certainly there will be some differences, and I look forward to talking about those differences. But I'm looking forward to a good couple months ahead.
Kevin Faulconer, thank you for joining us this morning.
Good morning.
With
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Good luck.